Okay, I'm ready. What's the
All right,
citation number?
for your failure to appear, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
citation number is 221
Mm-hmm.
dash CV, as in Charlie Victor,
Mm-hmm.
1864.
Okay.
And that is for your failure to appear.
Okay, and what county is this? Is this Henry County or Clayton County?
Henry County, ma'am.
Okay.
Henry County is actually, we're actually handling the federal process, ma'am.
Okay,
So
because
we've been
he said previously.
take care of the process. What
He
did you
said,
say? I'm so sorry. I
he
didn't
said
interrupt you.
he said previously that it was forwarded from my other account in Clayton County, my other address, my old address in Clayton County.
All right. So what it's stating is that it was sent. Let's see here. We have the 1074 Crown Landing Parkway.
Mm-hmm. That is my current address.
That's
Yes, but he said
address?
it was forwarded from my other address.
Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing is that you actually has two of them of your summons sent out. So there was actually two of them sent out. One that was sent to a 1074 Crown Landing Parkway.
Mm-hmm. And what date was that sent?
I don't see when it was sent. Let me look further into the file. Give me a second. Okay, it shows that was sent on December 14th.
A Saturday.
Yes, that's when that was actually released out. So they should have picked it up, and you should probably have arrived maybe 3-4 days at the max.
Okay, it said it was a signature on it. Do you have the date that it was signed?
We do not have the date that it was actually signed, because the reason I state that is that document was just mailed back. So the date of it actually being put to paper, we don't know when that date was. We just have it when it was sent back.
So it was mailed back?
Yes, ma'am. It was mailed back. That's correct.
Okay. And is there a return address on when it was mailed back? Because I didn't mail it back.
I don't see that here, ma'am. What we have is that we have the documentation at the department. Our signature analyst actually has that documentation.
Okay.
So what we can do is we can actually, when you do come down for your signature verification after you uplift your citations, we have that. We actually have the document, so you can look over that document, so you will be able to see that actual original document, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let me go ahead and formally give you your second citation, ma'am, for your contempt of court.
Okay.
All right, so, ma'am, you are formally cited, ma'am, for a federal contempt of court of avoidance of civil duty, ma'am. That citation number follows: 261 CV, as in Charlie Victor, 3291.
Okay.
And that is for your contempt of court, which always, when you get a contempt of court, that's following a failure to appear. So if you get one, you're going to get the other.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what that is basically that those citations are active pending citations.
Okay.
And now, an active pending citation, you're not currently in trouble, so don't think you're in trouble right now, okay? All right, so an active pending citation, it is an arrestable citation, but with the federal courts, you're actually given the leeway to actually post your collateral, do that signature verification, and actually prove your innocence. Now, if it was a state case, you wouldn't have that choice. But since it's all federal, you do have that choice.
Okay.
So that's actually the civil procedure that I'm speaking of. There's two different procedures. One of them is a civil procedure, and the other one is a criminal procedure.
Okay.
All right, so the civil procedure, I'm going to go ahead and continue with that. Basically what that is that they do come, your citations, your failure to appear, and your contempt of court, they do come with a collateral. It's kind of like a fine or a fee. But we cannot take that at the department. That actually has to be taken care of with the finance department, because we're unable to take any of that personal information from you, okay? Because that would be kind of like giving a donation. I mean, we would appreciate a donation, but that's kind of like giving a donation. So that's why the financial department handles that, okay? All right, so it does show here that if that is not your signature once you post your collateral, by federal law, you have to receive your collateral back. They have to release that back to you. That's the good thing about it being on a federal level, going through the civil procedure. Now, if you was to go through the criminal procedure, it is not that lenient. The criminal procedure actually states that if you do not show compliance of the orders that's been enacted by the federal courts, what happens is that your active citations, you no longer can take care of. They actually move to active bench warrants. Okay. And what happens from that point is they will send marshals out and arrest and detain. And they will bring you to the local sheriff's department. And from that point on, you will actually have a case against you. Okay. Now, that's not what's going on right now, because your citations are under something called under seal. Under seal, that's SEAL, means that they are confidential at the moment because you are a federal juror member, not a state, but a federal juror member. So all federal juror members, they have to have that under seal, and that's for your privacy. Okay. Now, if you decide to not go through the civil procedure, they will become public. Okay. That anyone will be able to view. So, but at this moment, they are currently under a confidential and called under seal. Okay. All right. So, if that's, like I stated, if that's not your signature, we're going to do an investigation on trying to find out who signed that, because that's an act of forgery. In the state of Georgia and in the U.S., we do not have any tolerance for that, by no means. Now, that will be done on your behalf in respect of you, to try to find out who signed that document if you yourself didn't sign that, okay? Okay. All right, so let's say by some chance you did sign that document, but you also went through the civil procedure. What happens is that you actually receive half of your collateral back. The other half will be held until you're able to speak with a judge. And the judge will want to know why you signed it and show. But normally what happens with the federal courts, if you are in compliance, they usually do release the other half to you. Okay. Okay. All right, so it does state here that your collateral that you post with the financial department for your failure to appear is set at the federal minimum, and that's because you're a juror. Now, that is set at a $1,500 increment. Okay. If you were actually a part of the case as far as a witness or anything along that matter, that would actually range between $5,000 and $8,000. Okay. So that's a huge drop from what it normally would be. Your contempt of court is also, due to you being a juror, set at that $1,500. Okay. And like I was stating earlier, it's considerably lower because you are a juror. Normally, that's between $12,000 and $15,000 on a federal level. Okay. So that's why there's a huge gap, is because you are a federal juror member. You're not a criminal. You were chosen for this process due to you being an upstanding citizen of the community and for the state of Georgia. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me give it to you in chronological order so you can be understanding. So there's not a gray area there that you're not understanding, because our job as their MCO officers are to ensure that you do understand. Okay. MCO officer. What does MCO stand for? It's MCO or MMCO. That is a make and maintain contact officer. Okay. And what is your badge number? 386 Charlie. That's 386C. Okay. All right. So a make and maintain contact officer, what that is basically, this is for you and also for the department. I'm also under this same order as you are. My job is to ensure that I answer all of your questions. I'm able to give you all the information and ensure that you do comply and go through the civil procedure. and ensure that you do not flee and elude and get down safely to the sheriff department.
Okay, what sheriff's department is it? Do you have that address?
Let's see here. I don't know which one they actually want you to go to. Let me pull that up. Since it is a federal case. Let's see here. I'm going through looking for you real quick. Let me see.
Hello?
Oh, I'm here, man. I'm just looking and seeing which one, because the federal courts work different. I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the correct, if it's going to be Clayton County or Henry County that they want you to go to. I don't know where that, because there's a signature analyst that actually works for the federal government also. So we need to make sure that we are sending you to the correct location. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. So what it's stating here is that it's showing that the signature analyst is going to be going to the Henry County Sheriff's Office. So that's where you would actually meet with her.
Okay. And
you have the address, ma'am?
No, I do not. What's that address?
It's 120 Henry Parkway, and that's in McDonough.
Okay.
And that's 30253.
Okay.
All right, so the signature analyst, when you do go into the front doors, speak to the front desk and ask for Miss Emily Shepard. Miss Emily Shepard is that signature analyst. She is going to be handling that for you. Like I stated earlier, she will have that document that you can see that signature, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I do need to ask you, ma'am, is it going to be an issue and I'm going to give it to you in chronological order, speak with the financial department, post your collateral.
I won't be doing that over the phone at all. So I'll go to the sheriff's office.
Ma'am. Let me
Sir.
Let me continue.
Sir. I don't have time. I'm actually working. I have a call in 5 minutes. I won't be handling any. Listen, sir. Sir, listen. I will not be handling any financial business over the phone. That's not how the government works. If there is a fine that I am owed, I can handle that at the court office. I am aware of my rights and the law. I don't have to handle anything over the phone that could be fraudulent, and I won't be doing that. I won't be speaking to anybody in the finance department over the phone. If there is anything that I've done, I can go to the court office and I can handle it there.
Okay, just to be clear, ma'am, we're not going to force you or coerce you to do anything, ma'am. By no means. Our job is to give you the information.
And I have the information. I have what my charges are.
I'm not done talking.
Listen, I'm working. I have to join a call in 4 minutes. And I have the information.
I'm not going to go back and forth with you. This is on a federal level, ma'am.
Okay, so if it's on a federal level, then they should have sent an officer to my home and not handled all of this confidential information over the phone. I am not handling any financial information. I am not sending any financial information over the phone.
I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm just letting you know that we will just go ahead and send marshals out.
Go ahead and send them. I would prefer that. Thank you. I would prefer you go ahead and send the marshals here, because if you think that I'm going to give any financial information over this telephone, then you have got to be out of your mind.
Ma'am, I'm not asking you for any of that information, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not talking to a finance department either. That's not how the government works. I work. And
so you know the federal government, ma'am. This is the procedures that's been in there.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's not how the federal government works. I don't have time for these games. You enjoy the rest of your day and find someone else to scam. Thank you.
08675.
Thank you.
We have a one Precious Upton. February 1987. Non-compliance.
Thank you. Bye. Go ahead and send the marshals, okay?